Welcome to the Ben Daniel Podcast, where we're calling a spade a spade. Great to be here with you guys today. I got some good news and I got some bad news. Let's start with the bad news first. Damaris Dantas, unfortunately, will be missing some fever games to play for Brazil in the AmeriCup W later this month. Now, this was originally reported by a fan journalist named Roberta Rodriguez, but she's not really a journalist, so I had to wait. I had to wait for a real reporter, a real journalist to come and confirm the information. Chloe Peterson, thank you for doing your job. Damaris Dantas, unfortunately, will be missing some time. The Indiana Fever will be without forward Damaris Dantas for part of the season, as she's officially been named to Team Brazil's roster for the 2025 FIBA Women's AmeriCup. The international tournament will run from June 28th to July 6th, which means Dantas will miss several WNBA games as she represents her home country on the court. In the 7 games Dantas played so far this season, she's averaging 4 points, 2.9 rebounds, and 0.3 assists per game, while playing 11.4 minutes per game. In her game this past Tuesday against the Mystics, she had her best game of the season, where she played 17 minutes, gave you 8 points, 4 rebounds, and 1 steal, as the Indiana Fever secured the 85-76 victory over the Washington Mystics, the first win without Caitlin Clark in the lineup. Let's get to the good news, shall we? Yesterday, Scott Agnes left us with a little teaser. Dropped some breadcrumbs that we all had our ear on the door waiting to hear what the news was. Caitlin Clark, scheduled to speak with reporters on Thursday to provide an update on her status, plus recovery after being sidelined with a left quad strain the past 3 games. And Caitlin Clark gave us just that. Caitlin Clark spoke to reporters on her potential return and a possible timetable when she will be returning.
What are the next steps for you to work your way back? Is there a certain threshold you're looking to reach, a certain time you're going to be reevaluated?
Yeah, I'll be reevaluated this weekend, so I'll miss this weekend's game. But after that, it's, day by day and see how I feel and just kind of turn to the medical staff and what they think. But I feel like I've made a lot of progress and I feel good, and not going to rush coming back. It's just not worth it. But after this weekend, I'll be reevaluated and we'll have a better idea of when I'll return.
Could Tuesday be a possibility?
We'll see. I think, we're trying not to put like an exact date out there because it is kind of a day-by-day thing, and see how I feel. And, this type of injury, like, you don't know when I wake up. I'll feel, different than the day before, and we'll see. It could be a possibility, but I could also not be available for that game too.
Tuesday is a possibility. She is getting reevaluated on Sunday. That's the 2 weeks that they told us about. 2 weeks, Caitlin Clark's going to be reevaluated. That's going to be June 8th, a day after the Chicago Sky game against Angel Reese and company. Then asked about Tuesday being a possibility, she said, maybe. I don't want to put a date on it. Doesn't sound too promising. She wasn't smiling as she was giving those answers on Tuesday, folks. That's the one thing where I'm like, oh, is this going to linger into the next weekend? Right? Is this going to linger into the next weekend? When is Caitlin Clark's imminent return going to take place? Your guess is as good as mine, but it is nice hearing from the horse's mouth herself instead of speculating, instead of assuming. It's nice to actually hear Caitlin Clark speak on the injury. Very appreciative of that. And what else I'm appreciative of, and I'm sure Caitlin Clark is appreciative of, is Arya McDonald and how well she played Tuesday against the Washington Mystics. Caitlin Clark speaks about Arya McDonald's impact on the team after only 1 day of practice.
From Arya kind of coming in on Sunday, having 2 days, and then
Yeah.
on Tuesday.
Well, I could tell before her first practice, she definitely watched some film. She knew exactly what we were doing on offense. She knew defense, but also that just speaks to like her time in the league and understanding, how you play in this league. She's competitive. Hey, Aaliyah. She's competitive. She's aggressive. She's physical. Obviously, she's guarded me when she was on the Sparks last year. She just brings a different energy and tenacity, and that's something I think we really needed. She got us into our offense well. So just really impressed with her. I thought she did a tremendous job, honestly.
I agree. Arya McDonald was a breath of fresh air watching her on the court on Tuesday. Yeah, she guarded you last year, Caitlin. No, you're right. She guarded you so tough that even when she was shooting free throws, she's like, I'm going to take this next free throw off because I want to get a head start guarding Caitlin Clark. Arya McDonald, salute to you. Salute to you. Watching film before the first day of practice, already trying to get a feel of how the team operates with and without Caitlin Clark, already trying to get a sense of the team's offense with and without Caitlin Clark. Arya McDonald, we need to sign her long-term. Unless Kelly Kroskov has some rabbit that she's about to pull out of the hat that's going to blow us all out of the water, that's going to catch us all by surprise, it is clear as day based on what we've seen. Arya McDonald needs to not only be signed to this team, but I think she needs to be the backup point guard for this team. The de facto number 2 guard behind Caitlin Clark, the first ball handler coming off the bench. Sydney Colson's cool, but Arya McDonald, she adds a new type of energy to this team. And then on the defensive end, she's no slouch defensively. She might not be as tall as we'd like her to be, but she's fighting around screens. She's getting physical. She's putting her body on the line, drawing multiple offensive fouls, one being a charge, one getting elbowed in the face by Brittany Sykes. So I'm very interested where Arya McDonald's going to land long-term, and I hope it is going to be with the Indiana Fever. The big hit, Dantas. Damaris Dantas missing what's looking like could possibly be 6 games. What's looking like could possibly be 6 games to go play for her national team, Brazil, in the AmeriCup W. It's tough because it seemed like her last game against the Mystics, she really started getting into a rhythm. She found her shot. Defensively, I think she's always been underrated as a defender, especially in the post. She knows how to use her body well. She communicates on the defensive end. A few times, we'd see her get switched onto the smaller player, Lexi Holtz guarding the big player. Damaris Dantas, timeout. Switch back real quick. She doesn't let her smaller guards or her smaller forwards stay in compromised positions defensively. So Damaris Dantas is definitely going to be a big miss coming later this month, early into July. Caitlin Clark, I would not rush her back until she's 200% ready to go, until she's 300% ready to go. I would keep her out another week, personally. I would reevaluate, see where we're at. Okay, let's not rush you back on Tuesday. Let's leave you out a whole nother week, and you can make your return game somewhere around June 13th, June 14th, June 15th, whatever games is in that area. If it's against the New York Liberty, that's going to be tough. Going up against Natasha Cloud, going up against Kennedy Burke, getting pressed, getting played physically the whole entire game, that's going to be a tough comeback, but I wouldn't rush Caitlin Clark coming back for injury. For what purpose? So she can re-aggravate it? Yeah, she might feel good 2 days in a row. Oh, coach, I felt good Sunday. I feel good Monday. It's Tuesday. I feel really good. It could all just be fool's gold, right? It could all be, yeah, you feel good, but that's before we're in game action. You feel good, but that's before you're really stopping, cutting, jumping, turning. I wouldn't risk it. I'd leave Caitlin Clark out one more week, especially how we looked with Arya McDonald. If we win Saturday against the Chicago Sky, definitely sitting her out another week. I definitely, there's no sense of desperation. There's none of that. If we can handle business on Saturday against the Chicago Sky with Arya McDonald, with Sydney Colson, I'm definitely keeping her out, letting her rest up. So when she comes back, I get the Caitlin that's going to pull up from 30, bang, and talk some shit while she's at it. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. I appreciate all of the support. Don't forget to like the video if you enjoyed, and subscribe to the channel. That would mean so much to me. We'll see you next time, and as always, take it easy.